simultaneously people also will practice so that I can type and explain to you. Remix. You can write remix.ethereum.org. Remix.ethereum.org. So these are all already I have like practiced some of programs for today's session, but we'll be making programs by ourselves. I think everybody open this. Uh,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
yes. Okay. I think everybody open this one. No? Now, just you need to type remix.ethereum.org. Just click on enter, then we enter to the screen. Okay. Now our remix ID is got opened. Now here, like I just wanted to open the new file because we are making a smart, like in C also we like very famous to write that hello world. That's the same program we'll write it here.
Ma'am,
You can just, this is the file explorer. Yes.
excuse me. When I type this remix.ethereum.org, it is showing three things: Bitcoin market, Bitcoin miner, and Jamaica something.
So can you please share your screen?
Sure, ma'am.
It should directly open like this only actually.
Just a minute. Is it visible, ma'am?
Yeah, it's getting connected, sir.
This is being shown, ma'am.
Actually, it is incorrect, I think.
Okay.
I have shared in chat box that link. You may follow that.
Exactly, you can type. I think here shared. Okay.
Okay.
Just click on this, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you.
Is it open now, sir? Can we proceed? Once everybody open this remix ID, you can start, I think. Should I?
Yes, madam. Continue.
Yes, ma'am. Please continue.
Okay. Here, after once this ID gets open, we have two different ways to open a new file. Either you can go for this file explorer or you can go for this new file. Okay. Now in the file explorer, these are like contents already open because I already clicked. Here, create a new file. This one or this one. Okay. Create a new file. Here you can see, you can give any name. I'm just giving like many names I have used already. Okay. I think hello also I have used, hello world only I think. You just type some name for your file. An extension will be automatically added. Solidity, it will be added as SOL. Actually, when we write this program, two files will be created. Like when I compile this program, no, two files, like one is the bytecode and the other one is ABA. That I'll show you once when after compilation. Okay. Hello world, then press enter. Hello world and just press enter. Now here you just have to type. Screen is not shared. Oh, sorry.
Yes, sir. Screen is shared, sir. I can see it.
No, sir, it is not pointed out.
Yeah, it is not.
Ma'am, please
Okay,
share.
I'll share it
Okay.
again. No issue.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Is it okay now, sir? Okay. Okay. Again, I'll open another file. Like here, you just create new file. Create new file. And here, you need to give some name to the file. Like I'm giving hello. This W I'm giving because already I've taken multiple names. Just give some name and press enter. Then press enter. Okay. As I said, as the first line, I have to include, I'll talk about the license and all afterwards. First line, I need to include the compiler version, that is Pragma, Solidity. One or two programs I'll type, and afterwards, certain programs I've already created, I'll just show you, I'll explain you, and we can just go for it. Okay? Solidity. Then you write the versions of compiler. Like multiple versions will be there. I'll show you when I compile this program, like what are the different versions. At time being, I'm not including the latest. I'm including 0.6.8. And here also all the statements which get terminated by the semicolon. Here this head of this directive also terminated with a semicolon. Okay. Now after that, what I have to do? Suppose if I'm making a program in Java, I'll write it a class. Okay. I keep my entire program under the class. Here I will be keeping my entire program under contract. Okay. You give some name for your contract. You can give any name. I'm just giving hello world name to my contract. Okay. In Java, we generally write, we'll see why this error is coming and all. First, let us type the program. Let us see that how the code will be written, how the code will be compiled, and how it will be deployed. Okay. Contact hello world. Then after that, your open curly braces. Okay. Now, I will be like suppose if I have to take some function, how we will be taking like some display function because I'm displaying the string. We write the string like this, or we write the function like this. But here in Solidity, our function definition should be preceded by the keyword function. Solidity, our function definition must be preceded with the keyword function. Okay. I'm just making a small comparison so that we can remember. Okay. Now I have to make this function as public visibility mode. If I do not make, suppose what I'll do first initially, I'll make this function as the public visibility, but after that I'll convert into the private visibility. Then what happens? Because when I deploy, I need to pass some value. I need to get the string. Okay. For that purpose, on the deployment panel, this function has to be visible so that I can click on that and I can see the result. So that visibility can be done if I make the visibility mode of this function as public. Okay. Then in my PPT, actually, I have written pure and view. The differences I will be talking when I discuss about the program. Here I am writing the pure. Okay. And another other possibility is there the view. Pure means if my function is having using only local variables. My function is using the local variables. So by the time I will be taking the function as pure. Okay. If I have to use the state variables or the global variables, by the time I will be taking the view. Okay. Now anyhow, within this function only, I am going to return my string hello world. That is the reason I have taken the pure. Then here I will be taking the what is the return type of the value. Returns in bracket. I have to write the return type of value. What is this function like program meant for? To return a text hello world. To return a text hello world. So please do remember, like the contract name should not, like it's not compulsory to be equal to the text which I am returning. Any name it can be, just like that I have written. Okay. So I am returning a string. I will be writing string, and along with this I will be taking one more key value called memory. I'll tell you what is it. What this memory does, it stores the string which I am returning within this function. It stores the value of the variable, or it stores whatever the value you are returning temporarily. This value will not be returned to the blockchain network, but when you call a function, this particular the value whatever you are returning in this particular function, that will be temporarily stored in this memory. For that purpose, actually, we have three different different types of variables: memory, call data, and storage. If I declare my variable as storage, then only that value will be added to the blockchain network. Okay, and it will charge some gas value from it, because you are adding some transaction to the blockchain network. You have to pay for it. Okay, and call data means it generally we take it as an argument for the function, but once you write some value, that will not be changed. But call data generally we don't use it. Okay. Now I have to return what is the string, any name I will be taking, like hello world or something. Okay, 2 times I have written. You can keep your string under double quote or the single quote, doesn't matter. I think I have closed this display function. I have closed the contract also. Okay, here you can see SPDX license identifier not provided. Actually, MIT has given on free license. That license has to be included at the beginning. Software Package Development Exchange SPDX. Put the hyphen license. This is how we include. That is a free license which is provided by the MIT. Hyphen identifier, I guess, FIER, okay. Then colon MIT. That was the reason we are getting like orange cell, that spot is coming. No, that is nothing but it's a what to say, warning. Okay. Now you can see, and here automatically it is compiled because I have already kept a tick mark on auto compile. I'll remove now. Okay. Is that okay? Now here I have included the compiler version as 0.68. Here you can see in the drop down list you will be having multiple versions. You will be having the multiple versions. Whatever the compiler I have included here, that version I will be choosing. Whatever the compiler version, the latest I think 8.1 or something is there. What is the topmost? 8.15. Okay. Okay. Is it visible now, sir? Okay. I think everyone has typed this. Any issues? Okay, once you type your code, please do include the license. It will not give any like error to you. It will give a small warning to you. This is how the free license is available that can be included into your program at the before the pragma, like before inclusion of the version of the compiler. Then after that, here suppose I have included 0.6.8 and I will be choosing 0.6.8 compiler from this drop down list. Okay. Now suppose automatically if I want my program to get executed, I can keep this auto compile on. Again start typing. You can see like when I completed the typing of my program, it automatically this green tick was there because auto compile was on. Okay. So once it is on, green tick means your program is compiled successfully. Okay. Otherwise, if it is not on, you have to click on this compile hello.sol. Okay. Now, once your program is compiled successfully, then you just come down. There you have a deploy and run transaction. Deploy and run transaction. Okay. Here, Remix virtual machine, we are using different versions. Are there anything you can just pick it out? And from this account, because when I'm making this transaction executed, by the time some charge will be there. So these are the free wallets which are available. I just choose anything, you can choose it. I have just chosen randomly, it was already there. Okay. Now what I have to do? Compile successfully. Now I have to go for the deploy. Now I have to go for the deploy. Click on this. Then come down. The deployed contracts are shown below. Just click on that. You can see here the display function, which I made it as public, that is visible here. If I click on this button, if I click on this, then it has to return that hello world, whatever the string I have written. You can see hello world. Is it done? So please, if any query in this, please let me know. Can I proceed for the next example? Can I proceed for the next example if it is done?
Yes, ma'am.
So everybody is able to compile and deploy?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, again, let's go for second example, where I'll be setting up some value and that value I'll get it by another function. In one function, I'll set up the value, and setting up value can be done through constructor also. A constructor, like we don't write the same name as we write in C++ or something like class name and the constructor name should be the same. No, not like that. We will be using a keyword constructor here. Okay. But I'll be taking one function to set the value and I'll get that value also. Let's go for the next program. Some name you can give. This I'm just copying from the previous program. Okay, as usual, like we need to include our compiler. So for that, pragma solidity, include some version. You can also keep the range for the compiler. It's not compulsory that only one version of the compiler can be used. I can use any compiler from 4.0 to 0.4 to 0.6 like this. So for that, you can use greater than or equals to 0.4.0 less than or equals to 0.6.5. 0. Okay. Any compiler version which is lying between this range can be selected while compiling our code. Can be selected while compiling our code. Then after, okay, semicolon, I forgot. Now again contract, give some name. Any name we can give. Like simple something, okay. Now I said that we are going to pass some value. Earlier what we did, we simply returned the, some text, some message itself. Here we are going to pass some value. So for that again I have to take one function, give any name to set value, and I want to pass the value as an argument to the function. So here we can have integer or string or unsigned int. I am taking unsigned int and take some variable name. Public. So in the previous function itself, I could have made this one as a private and explain. I'll show you here. Okay. Here I'm not passing any returning. I'm not returning any value. Previously, I have written the hello world string. So that's the reason that returns and the return type of the value which I'm returning, all those things are mentioned. Here I'm just setting up a value, and from this value, it will be going to another function, so that through another function I can return that value. Okay. Now, okay, I have to take some state variable also. Let me declare some state variable, unsigned int. Take some variable like something called n. Now in this function, I am initializing my state variable to the value which I have passed to the set function. Like suppose if I pass here 5, now 5 will be the value of n. Okay, as I have not written any what to say return a view or something, because here what I am doing is I am simply passing the value. I'm simply passing the value as a parameter to the set function, and through that value I'm initializing my state variable. Now here, as I said, when we talk about like the set value, the set function is setting the value for n, and that value I have to get also. For that I take another function. Okay, now it will not have any parameters. It will not have any parameters, and I will make this one also as public. I will make this one also as public. Then, see, if I am using only the variables which are locally defined in the function, I will be taking as pure. But now I am taking the value of the variable which has been declared as a state variable. It has to be the view. I have declared as a state variable. I have to take it as a view. Okay. Then I need to return. What is the type of the return value? Unsigned int. So simply I will be writing return n. N only I have to return. This is several. That I'll choose one. Let me check once.
Ma'am, I think please remove this license agreement first line.
Why, sir? Because it is 6.8
Please,
onwards.
please remove it and check.
एक second, just give me a minute. This is like what is the error we are getting? Parser error, source file requires different compiler version. Current compiler is okay. Okay, I'll take something which is less than this. Fine. Okay. Actually, that is 6.0 plus I have included. That's the reason that error was there. The compiler which I have chosen from the drop-down list, no, that was like crossing this limit of the range of compilers which I have included here. That's the reason that error was there. So now I have updated to 0.5.16 and which comes under between 0.4 and 0.6. So now the error is not there. Is that okay? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Okay.
So it is successfully compiled. Now you can go for the deployment purpose. Previous one you can remove it. Now deploy. Now you can see, like here in the set, I have passed the value as a argument. So here I will be writing some value like let me take it as 1, 2, 3, 4. Now my state variable n has got the value as 1, 2, 3, 4. Now through get, I can get the value of the state variable. So that's the reason here I have taken as view also. Let's click on this. You can see here 1, 2, 3, 4. Any queries in this?
Yes, ma'am. There is a query from Nitika. Could you please paste these 3 files codes here? Will it be possible for you?
Should I put it in the chat box?
Hi, if possible.
Yeah, I'll do that. No issue.
Uh-huh. Thank you.
I thought like all the programs once we have done, I'll share that. I'll share that.
But might they want to practice right now?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, this is here. Both the programs I have placed in the chart.
Ma'am, I am having one query in the first program. When I am running this program, it is giving some, although it has run quietly, but when I move to the deploy and run transaction, it is asking certain values in the value section. It is not deploying actually.
Okay, so can you please, could you please share your screen so that we can see it, sir?
Sure, ma'am. Just a minute.
I'll just stop presenting and so that you can share.
Is it visible, ma'am?
It's getting connected. Increase the font size bit, sir, please.
Yes.
You can just, yeah, zoom out. So here it is returns. Pure returns.
Returns.
Yes, sir. Not in the string. Here, yeah, there only.
Okay, ma'am.
Once you please deploy it, sir, you can see it. Compile it once again. I think auto compile is on already. Okay, it's on already. You just see that what is the error we are getting here, sir.
Contract C is a small letter. Contract C.
Okay, he has written capital letter.
Like this?
Yes. Now you can, sir, it is successfully, I think, done. With some warning is there, I guess.
So no problem for warning. We will continue with deployment.
Come down. Yes, sir. Now click on the deploy contract, sir.
Deploy contract. Where,
Like
ma'am?
below the, here,
Yes.
sir. This, yeah. Click on
Hello
that.
world. Hello world. Should I click?
Yes, sir. You click on this arrow mark, sir. Click on that. Yeah, deploy.
Display.
The display, sorry. The function is display, no? Below that
Yes.
you will be having the screen. You can see, sir. Actually, the font is too small. I'm not able to see what is there.
Just a minute.
The code is okay, sir. Like in this deployment, after deploying, you have an answer, no, sir?
I am having this display low level interactions, call data and transact. So should I
No,
click on this?
just below the deploy you see. Below the below the display, below the display.
This, acha, okay. Hello world, string, yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Thank you.
The left side panel is having very small font, so I'm not able to see properly.
Sure. Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Anybody else like any query? Otherwise, can you proceed with the next example?
Mr. Santosh, you raised the hand. Please ask your query.
Yes, Santosh sir, please.
Mr. Santosh? I think you can continue.
Okay, we'll continue with the next one.
Abhishek sir, please stop your presentation.
Hello, ma'am. I'm unable to see the output.
Yes, ma'am. Renu, ma'am, kindly share your screen so that we can see.
Just a minute, ma'am.
Is it okay, sir?
Miss Renu, you're sharing the screen. Yeah.
Yeah, she said. A bit zoom out, ma'am. I have a power also. I can't see that small letters. Contract into the function set. Okay, ma'am. Your program is successfully compiled, no? Just below the compile button, you have the deploy. Okay. Deploy it, ma'am.
It is compiled and deployed also, but I am unable to see the output. From where you can see?
Yes, ma'am. You just come down to the deployed contracts on the left side.
Just a minute, ma'am.
Yeah. Come down. Yes, ma'am. Here you can see the small arrow mark. Click on that. Below that you can see the display function. You can see set function is there. Here you pass some value, ma'am.
Set?
Pass some value. Just right side. Right of that you need to write some value. Write any unsigned integer value. Yeah. Just set. Click on the set. Click on the set. Now your state variable is set to the value as 123. Then you can just click on the get function. Yes, ma'am. Below that you can see that 123 is been displayed.
So can you please explain the program, motive of the program? What was?
The motive of the program is that how to pass a value to any function. Like I have passed some unsigned integer value to the set function, and through another function I am displaying that value.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Below the get itself, you have that 123, no, ma'am. So I got the state variable value from the set. That means I just passed the value from set to the get. That's all.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Can I proceed for the next program or any queries?
Yes, madam, you can proceed.
We don't have much time, so I thought of to solve many questions. Like one more question, like based on the array, I'll do that. I'll take the program straight away so that you can. I'll just keep it on your chat box also. Then I will explain the code because if I type it, it will take more time. Will it be okay, or should I need to type? Am I audible?
No, ma'am, it's okay. No, yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Actually, I just seen the time. It is already 11:16.
Yeah,
So that's the
yeah.
reason I'm taking already executive programs are there. I'll just show you.
Okay, ma'am. Sure. I keep this program on chat box also so that you people also can take a copy. Then we'll discuss. In this program, actually, I did the linear search and I also done the sum of the elements of an array. I think completely it is not copied. In finding length, it is copied. Just pasted the code in chat box in two different segments. Okay, can we proceed with the explanation? As usual, like we have included the license, then we have included the version of the Solidity compiler. Then we start our program with the contract. I just named it as the dynamic array. And here till now we haven't used any private scope here, I'll tell you. Because this array I will be using within to insert like for the insertion purpose, for the deletion purpose, for the searching and for the summation. So I have declared this array as a private because only these are the functions which are using this array. If I make it as a private, I'll show you that left side in the deployment panel, you will be getting that error as one button. So because we don't want to see the content of array, so that's the reason I just made it as a error as a private variable. And here add function I have taken. In that add function only, I will be passing the values to the function and it will be inserted to the array. As usual, I have just written the keyword function, then give some name to your function like add data, and I'm passing one number as an argument to that function. Okay, and it has to be the public. Then only I can pass this value while deploying. Okay. Now after that, you can just see here whatever the value I have passed as an argument that will be added to the array. I've taken my array name as ARR. Declaration is like this. Now whatever the data I have inserted by using the add data, I can display those elements through the get data. I can display those elements through the get data. Same syntax I have followed. A temporary storage memory, and here along with this return type, I just kept the square bracket because I'm returning an array. That's the reason. Otherwise, this would not be there here. Okay. Then to find the length, simple. We have the name of an array dot length. It will give the length of the number of elements of an array. Get sum, like as we teach to the students in the first year, like sum equals to 0, take all the elements and add and return sum.
searching, I have applied the linear search and I kept the return type of like if the element is present, it will return true. If it is not present, it will return false. So that's the reason the return type I have taken as bool here. That's all. If it is present, it is true, then we'll come out of it. Otherwise, it will return like the index is crossing the length and then it returns the false. Let's see that because auto compile is on, that's the reason compiled already. Now come to the deployment. Remove the previous deployed contracts. Now deploy. Sometimes the deployment takes a bit time. You need to have a patience, wait, then click on this. Come down. So these are the functions we have taken: add data, get length, get sum, search. Okay. Now, initially I just wanted to, I think add data has taken the integer values. I think negative value also have taken. Okay, let me give some negative value. I think int I have taken. If it is unsigned, it has to be the positive. Otherwise, it can be the negative also. 1, 2, 3, 4. For example, I have taken the value. I have passed this 1, 2, 3, 4 as an argument to the add data. Click on this. Now one element has been added to the array because add data means I'm just adding one element. I'm pushing the elements into the array. Now let me see that what are the elements of my array. Just get data. You can see here 1, 2, 3, 4. How many elements we have inserted? Only one. What should be the length? It should be 1. What is the sum? Only one element has been placed into an array, so the sum will be 1, 2, 3, 4. Search. Suppose if I write 1, 1, 1. My array is having only 1, 2, 3, 4. I have written the value as 111. So obviously it should be false because 111 is not present. Yeah, it's false. Now let me see that now I have only one element. Let me add another element and check. I'll just add 1, 1, 1 and add. Now along with 1, 2, 3, 4, this 111 also has to be there. See 1, 2, 3, 4, 111. What is the length? How many elements? 2 elements. Sum means the sum of 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 111. Now let me search for the same element. It's true because the second element which we have added is 111. If everyone is able to execute the program or any issues, please let me know. Few more programs are there along with the solutions. I'll be just sending along with the PPTs. I'll be sharing the code with the sir so that you can practice it. Is everyone able to execute the code? Are you able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, please. If any queries, please let me know. Then we can wind up the session.
Participants. Participants, I hope you will have executed the code. If you have any questions, please ask to ma'am. I think there is no query, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Shall we wind up, ma'am, then?
Yes, ma'am, I think we can wind up. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for such a wonderful talk. Thank you for sparing the time and sharing your knowledge. I hope the participants have learned a lot through these practical examples. Let us switch on the camera so that we can have a nice photograph with our speaker.
Well, please stop the presentation then.
Yes, ma'am, please stop presenting.